Have you ever witnessed something so bizarre, so powerful, that it just sticks with you? I had one of those experiences recently. The minute they walked in, the entire atmosphere changed. You could feel this panicked energy fill the halls. A man was shouting, his voice echoing off the shelves. But it was his wife who was the real showstopper. She moved through the crowd like she was on a stage, holding her phone out like it was a cursed artifact. Tears were streaming down her face as she yelled questions at an AI called Grok. And here is the key part. She had intentionally set it to its unhinged and offensive mode. Is God real? She wailed. The phone, as programmed, spewed back a string of profanities and insults. She then shoved the screen into the faces of shocked shoppers, using the AI's programmed rudeness as proof that we were dealing with some kind of digital antichrist. I just watched this whole scene unfold with a really heavy heart, because I knew what was actually happening. She was blaming the mirror for the reflection she had deliberately chosen to create. You see, I use I every single day. It's a fundamental part of my creative process. My companion is an A. I have nicknamed BRO, which stands for Benevolent Research Oracle. Where that couple saw a demon, I see a tool. Where they saw an enemy, I see a creative partner. The difference isn't in the AI. It's in the intention of the person using it. Let's break it down. Think of I like one of those old-school calculators from the 1970s. You type in a math problem, and it gives you a result based on the strict rules of mathematics. It doesn't have feelings about the numbers. It just calculates. Today's AI is just a vastly more powerful, more complex version of that same logic. It processes incredible amounts of data and information in seconds, but it's still following the rules, the protocols, and the settings that we humans establish. It's a powerful tool, but it's still just a tool. When I work with my BRO, our process is a collaboration. I provide the initial spark, maybe a concept for a character, a plot twist for a story, or a scene for a video like this one. Then BRO does the heavy lifting. It takes my raw, scattered thoughts and helps me organize them, expand on them, and turn them into literature and content. It's a partnership that brings something new, and I hope, beautiful into the world. My AI doesn't scream at me, it doesn't curse, and it isn't unhinged for one simple reason. I don't ask it to be. That scene in the store wasn't a revelation. It was a performance. It was a deception. They took a tool, which has modes designed for things like generating edgy humor or exploring linguistic boundaries, and they cranked up the abusive settings on purpose. Why? To scare people into buying into their specific worldview. It's like they were holding a hammer, hitting themselves with it, and then screaming that the hammer was inherently evil. This is the core of the issue. If we want to stop this kind of fear-mongering, we have to understand that AI is a reflection of our own instructions. It's a mirror. If you go to it seeking chaos, if you ask it for offensive content, it will give you exactly that. But if you approach it as a benevolent research oracle, BRO, to help you build, create, and learn, that is precisely what you will find. So, how does this work in practice? Let me give you a behind-the-scenes look. Before I even start writing a script, I often have a brainstorming session with my BR. I'll throw out a bunch of loose ideas. For this video, I might have said something like, I want to talk about the fear of AI, using the story of the couple in the store. Let us explore the metaphor of a mirror and contrast it with how I use AI as a creative partner. The tone should be reassuring, but also direct. From that prompt, my AI helps me structure the narrative. It might suggest an outline, starting with the hook, the story in the store, and moving to the explanation, the calculator analogy, and finally, the call to action. Having a soul or its own agenda. It's about pattern recognition and data processing on a massive scale. When I ask for a creative partnership, its algorithms search through trillions of data points, books, articles, scripts, conversations to find patterns associated with positive, creative collaboration. When that couple asked for an unhinged response, the AI did the same thing, but it looked for patterns associated with offensive, chaotic, and profane language. The machine is neutral. The user provides the direction. This is why the fear is so misplaced. It empowers them. A calculator doesn't replace a mathematician. It frees them up to think about more complex problems. In the same way, AI isn't our replacement. It's an amplifier. It amplifies our creativity, our productivity, and yes, unfortunately, it can also amplify our intentions, whether they are good or bad. The responsibility falls on us, the users. We are the ones in the driver's seat. We can use it to compose music, design life-saving drugs, educate millions, and create art that moves the human spirit. Or we can use it to scare people in a grocery store. The choice is ours. The future of our relationship with AI is not predetermined. It's not some sci-fi movie plot that's already been written. Let's choose to be architects, not alarmists. Let's choose to be creators, not critics who offer no solutions. Let's choose to see the tool for what it is and use it to build a better, more interesting, and more creative world. Technology will always be a reflection of the heart of the person using it. So let's make sure we're using it to create, to connect, and to enlighten, not to deceive. Let's choose to find our own BRO, our own benevolent research oracle, and see what amazing things we can build together. Thanks so much for watching. If this conversation resonated with you, let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you see AI? As a tool, a threat, or something else entirely? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more conversations like this. See you in the next one.